Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Red Cop Life. We live, we here, we in the building. So we're gonna get to this session real quick.
All right, so groups of two. So one player on this side, behind these cones,
So we get into some long passing in this drill here.
and the other player behind.
So they've already done their warm up. I think we did a bit of a rondo as well. So I spread the guys out, maybe about 15, 20 feet.
So we're working on long passing. Long passing, guys. Long passing. So we're gonna start in a line. Let's play one ball straight across. Sorry, you guys in the center.
So what I'm having them doing is just to start off, is just to work with one ball.
So you're gonna
So
play.
just knocking the ball across.
Right back. Right back. First time. Right. So once
And
you
then the
pass,
next player is going to step
one
in
back.
and play the ball back.
Got it? Yes. And then you work it.
So what we have them here is just starting off. Just working the ball.
Play.
The main focus here is hitting it first time and keeping the ball on the ground. And as well as staying behind the marker, as I was saying there. So this is just to focus on first time passing just over a distance. Because most time they usually just kind of focus on short distances. So here we're kind of working on long distance. So the focus here is to keep the ball on the ground and try and hit it straight as possible, because we have targets there. So as you can see, the targets are the blue and the purple cones. And on the side closest to us, it's the purple and yellow.
Get it back down. Ball.
So I show them what I want there. As I said, low and hard. And there's a target there for both sides to hit. Just like that. So now I'm going to split them up into working in pairs. And just between the two players, I just want them playing long balls now. So now they've kind of warmed up to the idea of the drill. So now it's just, they spread out in between their two. They're just going to be playing the ball back and forth.
Outside of the grid. Yes. Bam. Oh my God. First time.
So I've set up 3 separate grids for each pair to play in. So the main thing here is just getting a good flat insole of your foot on the ball and just swinging your body through. The man said poor. So this is a good drill. Because in games, as I say, hitting the ball first time is always important. It just gives your teammate more time on the ball and gives him more time to make a decision on what he wants to do. So every couple of touches, so if you're a player that you have to take 2, 3 touches before you pass the ball, when the ball finally gets to the player on your team, you've taken away that time from him. So what I was trying to focus on is first touch passing. So it's getting much better now. As you see from a distance, keeping the ball on the ground and then hitting the ball through. Looking much better. And now they're passing it to me.
Now,
So what I want them doing is playing like a little floater ball, almost.
Whoever's receiving on the ground, taking it off the line. Alright? Is it like 5 and 3?
So basically, a player's receiving the ball, and the defenders are putting pressure on him. So he's coming towards him, but the ball's coming to him. So basically, what to do is possibly this could be a back pass between the central defender and the keeper. So maybe it's just a little flick over a player's head. You don't want it too hard or too heavy, so that your player can just control the ball and get it back down on the ground. So the player's back into you, you're under pressure, you want to get it back to him. Just a nice little chip, float the ball. So that's what we're working on there.
Good ball, guys. Play him a good ball.
The same thing we're working on is just the first touch. So hitting it your first time the ball comes and taking minimal touches. So now we've switched. Of course, the player's just controlling the ball and trying to play first time if they can. So this works both sides. So the player that's kicking the ball, that's volleying the ball in the air, is working on their chipping skills in first time touch. And the player who's receiving the ball from the out there, he's working on control. So to control the ball, trapping the ball, taking it down, and trying to play it with minimal touches. So here we get into another build-up play. So I'm gonna let him explain.
Alright.
I'll repeat it. So it's interchanging. So one player will play the ball across. He'll lay it off to the player that's running in between, and then swing it across, and so on and so forth. So this is a really good drill that you can work it within 3 players. Great one to work on your first touch and controlling the ball from out of the air. So the other group is kind of dropped out of this frame there. So I'm going to explain to you what we're doing. Time and time again, they'll jump in and out of the frame, and you'll be able to see them. So what I have them doing is, this is just a build on the long pass that we were doing. So we have them, one side is playing the ball across to the other side of 3, and they will interplay. So 3 touches between 3 players, sorry, 2 touches between 2 players, and then the ball is to get put back into the air, pass back across from the other side. So they have the ball now. So they're gonna play the ball across in the air, and the 3 players on the other side are gonna take a minimum of 2 touches on the ball. So one is to control the ball, the second is to lay the ball off, and then the third touch should be them crossing the ball back to this side. And I put those little markers on the ground there, the pylons, just as targets for them not to hit. So if they do hit the ball on the ground and they hit the cones, just to mirror like players. So you wouldn't want to play a ball into the cone. That's like giving the ball away. All right. So that's what I was trying to replicate there.
That's true.
So as I said, it's just building on from the long pass drill that we were working on earlier.
So every time you play it 3, every time you play it with it,
And just the transition of building up to a long pass.
boom, that's a point. So every time you take between your side, you play 3 touches, that's a point.
So what I'm saying to them now is, every time that they play back the ball in their 3 touches, it's a point for a side.
This is where the boss
So what I've done now, what I'm doing now actually, is making an area of where the ball has to come back in. So like a square. So if they play the ball back from that side, they play back into that grid, into the grid where I just made, that's a point for their side. But they have to do it within 3 touches. So 1, 2, and get across. So as long as it falls on the grid. And for them now they're going to try and do it in 3 touches.
Well done. Let's see it.
On the layoff, and get the ball in the air.
Get it across, get it across. Well done. One touch. Two touch, get it across. That's all right. Ah. One. Two. Nice, nice. One touch. Shoot, 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 shoot. One touch. Two touch. Ah. One. Two. Play, play, play. No, only when I call shoot. Yes. Get it across. One, two. Good ball, Martin. Good ball. Ah. One, two. Aye. One, two. Two of it. 5-1. 5-1. Next ball. Next ball. Guys, what's the score? All right. So now we're playing it on the ground. We're playing passes on the ground. So we're starting fresh. You have to go either around the cones or through the cones, but don't knock them down. We got it? Space them out. Let's go, yo. Now you should be asking you to make. You should be asking you to put more. You should be asking you to put more down. Let's go. Pass, pass, pass.
So what I have them doing now is the same drill, but basically I want the ball on the ground. I want ground passes. So the ball's gonna come across. They're gonna make two passes, and they're gonna play a long pass. Excuse me. Straight across for the other group, and the other group's gonna do the same thing. One player's gonna receive the ball. The second player's gonna lay it off, and then the third player's gonna play a long ball across. And it's basically just to keep it on the ground. So what I've done is laid some of the cones on the ground. And what I told them to do was to play the passes in between the cones.
Hey! One, two. Hey! Keep it on
See what they're supposed to keep it on the ground. So pretty much it's just switching the ball. So the cones in the middle are players. If the ball hits a cone, that's like a giving away possession.
2-1. Play, play, play. ball was for? Ball, ball, ball. 2.
We've gotten into a small-sided game. We have 3v3, and when you make 5 passes, you shoot into the small goals. And when I'm in net, they can shoot on the big goals, and if they score, it counts as 2 points. That's when I'm in the net. As you see, most of the time, I'll be wandering around picking up all the loose balls, so the game doesn't die. Almost had a little nutmeg there. Some nice little short pass, a little footwork. This is what I like. I like guys to work in these small spaces. Just moving around, passing the ball, passing and moving. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Okay, now after
16,
5, small net.
16 consecutive passes.
One touch ball, get a ball, get a ball, get a ball. One, two. Yes, Martin. Yes, Martin. Ah! You read. Get my line.
So I hope you enjoyed the session. It was a nice warm day. We got out there. The guys did their thing. They had fun. They worked hard. That's all I asked for. I hope they took something from the session. Just want everybody viewing to smash that subscribe button because it helps the page grow. Of course, if you haven't already, we usually post new content maybe once a week, sometimes twice a week. If you're a player in the local GTA and you're looking to get some training, you can reach out to me at Red Cup Live and at Strictly Elite FC, and those are both on IG. And we're also on Facebook, Strictly Elite FC. So that's the end of our session here. So the guys are just finishing up. We're gonna get a cool down and we're gonna head out. Thanks for tuning in. I stay locked on for more great content. It's your boy Red Cup Life. We in and we out.